Stream has started. Now I'm going to,
Try to get all the handshakes.
yes. Start with Twitch, we have a handshake. Start with YouTube, we have a handshake. Facebook, we have a handshake. Put the clapper in front of your face. When you hit the clapper,
Hang on. Light on.
when you hit it, you're on the air.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Mick's World, and the stream deck's out again. Welcome to Mick's World. Tonight we're going to be taking your comments and discussing whatever you would like. Plus, also, if you would like to call in, it's 716-202-8430. We'll start out with upcoming events that I know of. We have, well, we all know 9/11's coming up this Sunday. Also, there's a couple different events going on. We have Music as Art is going on tomorrow. I can't think of the place. Well, Music as Art is going on down at the Buffalo River Works. And then the 11th, there is a outdoor sale at East Aurora. Outdoor sale and craft show at East Aurora. October 8th, we have Nickel City Wrestling will be presenting Nightmare Jackpot. We have one match signed already. That is defending women's champion Megan Myers versus Anu Rose. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Also, hang on. I gotta do something. Also, we've got a couple other upcoming events, but we definitely got to talk about 9/11 because we all know what that tragedy that happened. Wait a second. Isn't this resetting? Sorry guys, I'm just trying to get my thing so I can send my thing twice. To my page, but it's not resetting on the big computer, so we'll see what's going on. Yeah, that's not even. All it's showing is the Latinos in business one. But it doesn't even, I don't think it even shows that I'm on no, it doesn't even show that I'm on with my Facebook.
It's streaming. Oh. Let's do the show again.
Okay.
The button was. We were.
So we got to start over?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me go reset the clock. Oh, test broadcast.
Yeah.
So, here we go.
You need to.
Okay, so we'll try this again.
should do it all again.
Yeah, I gotta flip the switch in a second. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Mick's World. Tonight we'll be doing call-ins and taking comments. If anybody would like to join in, I would appreciate it. Also, I can't even think what I was gonna say. Yeah. Okay, so
I think you were going to tell them about Nickel City.
oh, Nickel City Wrestling. On October 8th, we'll be having the Nightmare Jackpot with one match already signed. Reigning heavyweight champion reigning women's heavyweight champion Megan Myers will be defending her title against a new Rose. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Also, it's good. Like I said, it's gonna be Nickel City Wrestling. We'll see how things turn out. But everybody knows that show is always we always kick it off really good at Batavia Downs. Also, just so everybody has an idea, tomorrow is Music is Art at Buffalo River Works. And Sunday on 9/11 is going to be, hello, Stephanie. And Sunday, 9/11 will be an outdoor sale and craft show in East Aurora. So we'll have to see how things go. But like I said, if you want to call in, the number is 716-202-8430. Are you looking at the screen, Richard? Does the phone number look blurry or fuzzy to you?
That was clear.
It looks a little fuzzy to me. But that's just me. So we'll start this out. Does anybody have anything they want to talk about? We can talk about. Stephanie says it looks fine. So it must look fine. Must be my eyes. You know, I'm getting old. But here we go. Does anybody have anything they want to talk about or discuss? We can, we can go anywhere we want with this, hopefully. If not, I'll talk about a few things that I have on my mind. First of all, I want to give a shout out to my buddy TJ. Hopefully you're doing good in school. Hopefully you're doing good in with your cancer treatment. I also want to give a shout out to Snuggled in Love. They're getting ready to do their Halloween party at hopefully, I'm not sure if it's going to be at the park or if it's going to be where. I'm going to have to get a hold of Joya and ask her. Also, all the kids went back to school, so I know a lot of parents are relieved to have their house back to normal for a few hours during the day. Also September 25th and 26th will be Flower City Comic-Con in Greece, New York. If you like Comic-Cons or different conventions, please look at attending and keep an eye on your local film festivals and your local artists. Support your local cosplayers. There are cosplay groups out there Nickel City or Western New York Superheroes, Justice League, and Superheroes Alliance, is to name a few. So yeah, okay. That's not a cosplay group. That's a person. But Sal could actually be a group by himself, but we won't even go there. What was I gonna say? Oh, and just so everybody knows, I am open for taking I am open for taking photo shoots. You can contact me through Facebook, and we can set up a photo shoot in whatever theme you want. And also in October, I think the first week of October will be the Alzheimer's Walk in Batavia, New York. This year, they're running a little behind. They usually do it in September, but they're doing it in October, probably because they want to literally, let's be honest, they probably forgot they do it in September. There, Mark, if you're watching, I'd made my joke there. Hopefully, but we have a few different things coming up, a few different events. I will not be doing a show October 7th. I will be. Let me rephrase that. I may be doing a show October 7th, but it will be from my home if I'm doing it. And then November 4th, 5th, and 6th, I will be in Rochester for Astronomicon. Hopefully things will go the way I want them to. And I'll get to meet some interesting people. So, like I said, if you want to call in, the number is 716-202-8430. Or you can just, we can do whatever. I can sit here and talk and babble. But I don't think that anybody wants to hear that. Okay, so that should be taken care of. Yes, I know I shared to my page. I'm going to like my own broadcast for once, because I don't do that. Okay, So it wasn't just me that it looked fuzzy too, was it? Yeah. I just thought maybe, I thought it was my eyes. Let's see. So Stephanie, if you'd like to call in, we can talk about whatever you'd like. We can promote whatever you got going on. If anybody would like to call in, again, the number 716-202-8430. And just so everybody knows, if you can't catch us on Catch Think Twice on Facebook, you can catch them on Twitter and YouTube. We have a Twitter account, Twitch and YouTube. We have a Twitch account, and Richard has a YouTube account. And of course, Richard's going outside, so we have the nice, lovely, we know somebody's here alarm. So, and would anybody like to discuss something, or I need to come up with a topic? Okay, well, yeah, I was going to talk about some things that are on my mind. First of all, I send my condolences to the royal family in England. on the loss of Queen Elizabeth, and second of all, this one is near and dear to my heart. I was reading and I've watched videos, and I really, what the heck? If I was there, we could go to Comic-Con together. I'd play Harley Quinn. Mick would be Punisher. And Sal would be Catwoman. Who would Richard be? I'm not even going to acknowledge it. I would have to say Richard would probably be, for lack of better terms, Egghead. Because Egghead was a technical wizard and in-depth thinker. No. Actually, I'm trying to think. Now I do have that question in mind. But actually, I'm trying. Well, yeah, he could be Lex. No, he's not bald, so he can't be Lex Luthor or Mr. Freeze. Though, since we're on comic books in DC, we can actually have a discussion about different DC characters. If I had my choice in DC, I would pick if I had my choice of let's put it this way, battles. Battles in the DC universe, it would be Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, and Shazam versus Luthor, Solomon Grundy, Cheetah, and Doomsday. I had to think for a second there. Which would have been really interesting to have Doomsday introduced earlier in the series as a threat to Superman. I wouldn't put Bane in that mess because Bane is chemically engineered. But I do know somebody who plays a very good cosplay of Bane. He looks like him too. He's got the size and the muscle of him. What was I gonna say? If we're talking Marvel Universe, I would put. Let's go Marvel Universe heroes. I would put Wolverine, Cyclops, Storm, and Phoenix versus Magneto, Juggernaut, and two other Marvel characters. I just can't think of who they are right now, but Napoleon. Was that a character from DC? Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to think of DC characters also. So, besides figuring out who would cosplay what, there are some good cosplayers out there. We'll have to talk about Buffalo Wolverine, Western New York, Deadpool, Penguin. We have Buffalo's Penguin. We also have The original Ghost Rider. Okay, yeah, I know who you're talking about now. Moon Knight just came out with the movie Son of Satan. We're talking old school. I'm not even gonna acknowledge that one, Dudley, because I have to be friendly and be nice. Wait a second. It's my show. I don't have to do anything. But honestly, if we're going to talk old school comics, let's talk East Coast. Let's talk East Coast and West Coast Avengers, which technically they got into in Winter Soldier. They broke them up into two groups in Winter Soldier. We had technically, if you know your comic books, you had East Coast Avengers, West Coast Avengers. That's the split was down the middle. But also we had when we had I'm trying to think. When we had the East Coast Avengers, we had Hercules, and then we also had Mr. I can't think of his name now. But there's a couple other people in the. There's also a couple other groups that would be a very interesting mix from Nick from there. But we're gonna go. I'm gonna make some comments about wrestling. If anybody caught the Monday Night Raw, we had the return of Braun Strowman, but we also had NXT Worlds Collide, and we crowned the undisputed NXT champion Braun Breaker, the undisputed women's heavyweight champion I can't think of her name. Never mind. And also the NXT undisputed NXT tag team champions, which ended up being a group called Pretty Deadly, which honestly I think was a major screw job. But we're bringing back superstars. We have some we had superstars that are returning. In Nicholson thing. The show. Oh, wait. I know what I forgot to talk about. The show at Eastern Hills Mall for Nickel City Wrestling was astronomical. It was nice. It was brutal. We ended up with Shadowcat and Deacon winning their match. Dakota O'Ryan retaining his title. We had a battle between Masha Slamovich and her opponent. The only bad part about it is TJ Karts went down with a knee injury that required surgery, so both of the Arcade Heroes are out with knee injuries. I want to wish both the Arcade Heroes a speedy recovery. I also want to wish Angelica Rivera a speedy recovery in with what happened with the medical issues that she's been having. But there are a few other people out there that need to be addressed. Some other issues that need to be addressed. And you know, it's been said in Impact and AEW, the forbidden door has been opened. Well, guess what? In the Western New York, or in the New York wrestling scene, the forbidden door has been ripped off the bloody hinges. We're getting wrestlers from all over coming to wrestle for Nickel City Wrestling, and our guys are our guys are going places. We do have some up and coming wrestlers at the Nickel City Wrestling compound. And also there are a few other things. If anybody would like to call in and save me, please. It's 716-202-8430 cuz I'm floundering here, guys. So let's see, what else can we come up with? Covered sending out condolences to everybody. Also, yes, that's the one I forgot. I want to send my heartfelt condolences to a fellow Think Twice Radio program person, Leslie Jean. I am sorry that you lost your father, and I hope that everything goes well for you. What else we got going on? Let's see. We can discuss upcoming programs. If you get a chance, seriously, if you get a chance to tune into Think Twice Radio, check out and Stephanie, you're gonna have to help me if you're still watching this. I think it's Latino women in business. They have a show every Tuesday. And also check out For Love of Puppets with Ogre and the puppets. I want to say Ogre and Billy, but I don't know how they want to tag that. For Love of Puppets is an awesome actual show. It's funny, hilarious, and you get feedback. They follow your comments and feedback at you. If anybody wants to be on Mick's World, you can contact me through Facebook, and we can make arrangements for you to be on my show, either in studio or like I said, in studio or by phone. Let's see, what else am I gonna say? Or by Zoom. And as I'm floundering here, but that's nothing unusual. I need to pick a topic. Let's see. Let's talk about movies. Upcoming movies that have been out. I was just talking with Richard, who runs the House of the Future and Think Twice Radio, about a movie called Dante's Inferno. I saw it first on video, and I know it was on Netflix for a while before they took it off. It's on. You can see the full version of it on YouTube, and also there are a few other movies that I will that I would like to recommend. Another one of them is about the radio tower. I have no clue what you're talking about. Sorry. Damn it. I lost my train of thought for a second. Oh. Movies that I recommend, independent and also independent movies that I recommend. Try when it comes out on DVD or streaming, check out Guns of Eden. Also, we've had a few different shows or a few different movies filmed here in New York. And we also have, never mind. Like I said, I'm sorry I flounder. Oh, another movie that I just thought about is Death House.
A lot of Dudley.
Yeah, I know. The movie Death House is a mix of CGI and a lot of computer graphics, and a few different things. I recommend watching it if you like horror. It has such actors in it as Kane Hodder, who has played Jason a couple times. The now passed away Sid Haig made an appearance in it. The guy who played Candyman, the old version of Candyman, was in it. There was a few other actors in it. Then we have some local talent that was in it. We have Scary Sherry Fairchild and Frank Demon. They were in the movie. They were in a few movies within this area. Like they were in the movie Guns of Eden, written, directed by Greg Lamberson. Also, we speaking of Sal Monaco, he's done a few shorts and has won an award. I don't know why, but that's my on also a few other local movies that I know were shot here in New York. Quiet Place 2. I don't think he is gonna be capable of trying his hand at much of anything in the near future. Honestly, I want to try my hand at making a horror film or something, but we'll see when I start doing my group. Yeah, he's okay. He's just been busy and occupied with other activities. Like him and Paula are actually in New York City. Him and Paula are in New York City attending a play and going to see a Yankees game tomorrow, so there will be no comic book show that I know of. But getting back to a few other things, we have a difference of opinion in a couple different shows. I saw recently that they put out a third Lonesome Dove movie. I don't know if it was out a long time ago or not. It was called Lonesome Dove Church. I actually watched the first Lonesome Dove, which they tried to make into a mini-series, but the movie actually turns into like almost a mini-series. And then they had Lonesome Dove 2, which was more directed towards a follow-up to what happened after the Lonesome Dove movie. And then you had Dead Man Walking, which was the prequel to Lonesome Dove. There has been a lot of actors in movies that recently that I have seen have moved on. But oh wait, actually, you know what? Screw going on with these actors. I'm going to talk about something I just watched today. Couple episodes of something I just watched today, which was the new Star Trek. It's called Star Trek. Yeah, Star Trek: Strange New World. Thank you, Tom. I had a brain fart there, and actually, the episodes are kind of cool, but I haven't gotten that deep into it yet, so we haven't seen Klingons, but we do get to see a young Mr. Spock, a young Lieutenant Uhura, and what happens with Captain Pike. That's building up. He's, from what I can gather in the series, spoiler alert, because I don't give a crap, he has seen his own death. He knows when he's going to die and how he's going to die. And then we've got Spock. But if you've followed the Star Trek scenarios, there was the Star Trek movies that came out that showed Spock when he was younger. But actually, the best new Star Trek show that I have seen besides Strange New Worlds is Star Trek Discovery, because they've taken the world and twisted the living crap out of it. We now have Spore Drive. We now have we're back battle. I think Discovery is before the Klingons became part of the Federation. But the biggest one is the Spore Drive, which is interesting, the way they warp and go places. But I'm actually waiting because I got to catch up. The show Picard is another one. We get to see what happened to Captain Picard after he retired from Starfleet. We find out that Data was turned off. I should say Data turned himself off and put his memory into a computer. Because of the AI or the Android rebellion. Let's put it that way. There's a few other things that are really cool about that show. Another one that I've gotten into another show that I've really gotten into, it's kind of a spoof on Star Trek, is Below Decks. Lower Decks. Sorry, I keep thinking Below Decks, which is kind of funny. It's hilarious, honestly, because it's just it's technically a comedic version of Star Wars that shows Star Trek, which shows what happens when you don't have the main crew. It's all the mealy-peely peons of the ship and what they do on a daily basis. And, I've got something I want to talk about. Well, besides Below Decks, I got something to talk about. Who was besides Gene Roddenberry, who was the person who decided that the red shirts were cannon fodder? Couldn't we pick somebody else to be cannon fodder for once in a while? But turning the red shirts into cannon fodder all the time? And for people who don't understand what I'm saying by cannon fodder, they are the newbies. They are the people that you let get blown up first or get killed. As what? Ensign Ricky. Yeah, well, Ensign Ricky. Oh, by the way, Strange New Worlds, we get to see Nurse. I can't think of her name now. She ends up being Bones' nurse, like the head nurse. Nurse who? Yeah, Nurse Chapel. We get to see her, and she gets to play, and she all through Star Trek, the original Star Trek. What nobody realized in the plot line is that she had the hots for Spock. Let's be honest. And there was an episode where she was trying to take care of Spock, and he was having his Vulcan issues. But she always had the hots for him, and she loves messing with him, loves teasing him. And when we started out with, I know it's not logical, but too bad. We also have a relationship. If you look at the new Star Trek movies, we have a relationship that's kind of blooming between Lieutenant Uhura and Spock. But we also have to look at it this way. Spock was logical. Spock was half human. So guess what? There's going to be emotions, and he tries so hard not to show them, but we know that he has them. If he didn't have emotions, why did he transfer his brain to Bones before he went in and tried to save the Enterprise? Or why did he care so much about Kirk, Bones, and the crew of the Enterprise? He could have just said, you know what, screw it, I'm going back to Vulcan, go play with yourself someplace. And the really cool one, honestly, was when his father was on Next Generation, and we got lucky enough to catch that. There was a few other cool things, and if we look at I want to figure out the timeline in Star Trek because they jumped around so much. We go from Star Trek, the original Star Trek, to Next Generation, to Deep Space Nine, and then we jump all the way over to some other one, Enterprise, I think it was, and then we jump to I can't think of the one where they get lost across space forever and a day and a half. And then all of a sudden we're jumping to Discovery. But then now we're jumping all the way back to Captain Pike. So come on, guys, let's get our timeline in order here. It's like the Star Wars series. Let's be honest. We should have started out with what was it? Star Wars, whatever. I can't think of the name of it right now. Star Wars Phantom Menace. We should have started out with that and worked our way into regular Star Wars, and then Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. But I would actually like to see this. I would love to see Star Wars more expanded into following what happened to the Han and Leia's twins. What happened with Chewbacca. The reason Chewbacca loved Han so much and swore a blood oath to him. And we never get to see what happened with the Ewoks after they killed the after they killed the tower, the shield generator on their planet. And then we have Mandalorian, which really puts a twist in everything because nobody knows who's in charge anymore. But you know what? I'm down to like 20 minutes, 22 minutes, but I'm going to say be safe, be strong, and see ya.